Hey there, I am JB, and first of all, hope you guys like the new templates. I thought it was time for a refreshment after 2 years, something that is more building factory-ish. Now, if you have some feedback about it, just let me know, like, hey JB, those letters are too big, the fonts are too small. Just let me know in the comment section, because in the end, we are building this channel together. Thinking about building RoadCraft. In the last episode, we have opened up a large part of the map, and I wanted to go to the concrete plant because I want to make concrete bridges. Now, I have been hearing from someone on my Discord, in order to get the concrete plant working, you need to do a lot of stuff. And I got recommended that I could better start off with the steel beam factory. That would be way quicker, and or then I could be building steel beam bridges. Now, the reason why I want to have bridges is because in today's episode I would like to pave up the whole map. Well, at least as much as possible, because what I would like to do is being able to go into a circle around the map, and of course the other way around, so we can just do our objectives left and right without having to struggle. And maybe as a little bit of an extra, I would like to create a couple of shortcuts, one from the road that we have been making off to the side to this part, and or I'm going to open up this part all the way down here because there are a lot of stuff and things that need to go to this area, and so on and so forth. Now, speaking about the steel beam factory, the one objective that I see is that we might need to bring some goodies down here, and holy moly, look at this list. It is absolutely crazy, but more so, I absolutely love it. I think I can best just click on here. So we're going to bring 2 objects, right? I'm not sure how big it is. It would be nice to see that though. Alright, it is clear I have to drive twice, but that is okay by me. And I also see another part of a rail on the other one. I wonder if we are going to use that later on. Alright, objective completed. I just seen this fence down here, which apparently lead to that scrapyard behind here. I wonder if we can even open this up. Doesn't really seem like. Maybe when this factory is up and running, it could be used. Because let's see, it is still not yet ready. And I wonder why. Now, let's take a little look at the power since we've placed some generators. I don't see anything for power. But at the same time, I'm seeing that the electricity crosses the river, then ends up here, which this down here doesn't seem to have any power. I'm also not sure if that is... yeah, okay. Now, there might be a chance that we're going to put down a cable from here to there, and that it also will automatically count for this one. Which in this case is, yeah, we need to just connect the electricity, and that's really what I think that it's going to happen here. I'm going to bring the cable layer, and I'm going to bring it all the way out here, and then just, you know, lay the cable to there. And the coastal base, what does that need? Let's just check that out, because the coastal base, you know, would be a little bit more easier. Ah, we need to deliver a vehicle, but how much you want to bet? Once this is done, they want to have a convoy. Alright, fantastic. That was not too bad at all to do. There we go. Did we open? We did open it. This is super duper nice, because now I can just go in here, just grab this guy and just drive off to the location, which is super duper close. And I also don't have to get through all of the muddy and watery situation, go up the train track, and all the stuff that we kind of did the last time. Now, if you happen to play this DLC, what do you think of this map so far? If you have chosen this map as first, or did you chosen the other map as first? Really wondering how the other map actually is. I think I have been reading that the other map is a little more easier, but I'm not sure on which way though. So from here to there, and then down there. Yeah, I'm not planning on to use that road for the future. Come on, just a tiny bit more. There we go. Whew. Now, I have to say, it's not the easiest route to do, because there is a lot of rock trouble. Especially, it started out here. You can see these are like rocks where the cable layer like digged into, created like a hole. And then, yeah, there are a lot of stones. This was fine, Down here it was slash is okay. All you gotta do is just back the vehicle up so the back part of the cable layer goes up. Then you just drive a little bit forward and then just, you know, it's like a needle doing some stitches into the ground. And then this was okay. And then, well, down here is another rock. Now if you want, maybe do it differently. What I think you can do is basically go up here and then follow along the road. I'm not sure if that would be worth it, but this down here is at least a challenging thing. Now look at that. We have opened up the steel beam factories. This basically means we can now start making bridges. Now I, honest, have not seen any boats just yet, but we do have, of course, this guy out here. But before doing that, we're going to fix up some roading, and I'm pretty excited to start doing that already. I think I should actually be starting off here somewhere. It's not too bad, this road, but I definitely going to need to connect this up to this road here and just see how things go. Alright, of course that was not a whole lot of work. I mean, I just started out there and went out there. And also onto the bridge part to say I dumped some more sand and then I just flattened out everything once again. I've only been gone over it twice just to be sure to flatten it out at least so these vehicles can go onto it. But now I'm going to need to find a sand spot further ahead. Now what I can also of course do is just place them out here near the sign onto the road, which is, hopefully I didn't broke it. I mean, the range is pretty nice on this guy, and just start dumping it from here to there. That might also be an option. Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, so the top reaches definitely a bit further. So yeah, from this point on, I'm going to do this whole road out here. Alright, and so I am rolling the road all the way up to, well, where we need to be. And there was only one part where I had a little bit of an issue. I didn't drop too much sand, so once I flattened everything out, I noticed the underlayer of the ground was popping up. And I could have just filled in the blank again with a couple of dumps of sand, but the issue here is that I would need to roll out or flatten out the whole road. Now of course down here I try to keep it low as possible. I hope all of the vehicles will still be able to pass underneath, and then sooner or later at the end we're also going to make a road up to the village over there. But I just first would like to take care that we can at least go all the way around the map. However, I will do the road making. By the way, it was down here somewhere. Yeah, you can see at the left side there's a little bit of a ditch. But on the left side, that way, we are going to make the road up to the, what is it called? The store? Yeah, the construction depot. So the next thing here is go from this part. We're gonna go all the way like this. We're gonna continue all the way out here. We're going to go right out here, go right out here, go around. Then down here I'm going to need to use the stump grinder because, yeah, as you can see there are a couple of fallen trees onto where needs to be the road. I'm thinking of it. Maybe I should go straight first and go all the way up to the southern tunnel, and then afterwards fix up everything that needs to go to the side to say. I think that would be the best to do. Alright, after revealing the area, I have decided that indeed I first would like to just continue this way, and then later on I can just, you know, do anything else. Which, however, I think it is going to be important that we do fix the road up at least until this area so we can make use of the construction depot. And yeah, this road down here just continues like this. There are a couple of fallen trees onto the road, like this guy here and this guy there. And then basically you can make a bridge which ends up somewhere into this area, but that is for later on. Now I am curious, however, I did see also in the test play that there's like a minecart out here, and apparently there's like rails going all the way through the forest ending up here. And I wonder if there's something interesting to be found maybe partly into the cave, so I want to check that out. Yeah, it is open. Oh. Now, interestingly enough, I wonder if that is something for in the mine. Oh, that is a secret somewhere. Yeah, the reason why I'm saying this, so basically once I did the last episode of Sojourn, I found a screenshot which had something to do with the painting on a rock that I found on Sojourn earlier, and basically I discovered how the painting works and I found something interesting. Now I will show you that once we're done with the DLC and go back to Sojourn, but yeah, this down here, interesting. Why is there like random concrete over here? I'm like, maybe, you know, go straight and then it would be something that goes off. There is something going on down here. Now of course it doesn't have to mean anything, but I do want to have a little look what's going on. Alright, I have arrived at the place and there is indeed something odd going on. Let me show you guys that underneath here. Look at this. There's like stuff and things, and also the name onto the wall. Alexei Sergev or Sergey. I almost feel like I need to bring out the crane here and then put this car like in here and see. Ah, man, I'm not sure if I can get in there though with the car, but it's worth to see a little bit more up close. I wonder if I can push it back, the crane itself, and then it's like the rope will go through the rock. Let's find out. Yes, indeed. I think I can load it here. Drop it off. Now there is something in here. Oh, sorry for destroying the stuff. This is, I think it's like I don't know, isolation stuff. But it's gonna be clear. I won't be able to get in here. Or at least not into the cave. Come on, go a little further. I wonder if the Jeep can go in here, because the Jeep is a lot smaller. Yeah, it almost seems like there's an invisible wall down here. But what I can do right now is get into the camera mode. A freaky face will just pop out. Yeah, I don't think there's anything in here. Okay, well, it is super duper interesting though. I mean, you don't see that every day, right? Alright, I've made a plan and I'm gonna get my butt to work ASAP because I've been messing around for way too long. The plan here is that I'm going to fix first a road from this part of on all the way up to the other side of the map where we have this this tunnel. And the reason being for that is that I want to free this road at least so I can bring this truck with the tanker on it to the steel beam factory. And the reason why I want to do that is because I am going to have steel beam, because I don't want to pour in sand down here. I already feel silly. I like a little bit of realism, and I feel a little bit silly with this. And the reason being is that we cannot like place piping underneath, right, and then pour sand. That would be slash is okay. But down here there's like a little watery thing. It's not called a creek, right? It's not really a river. Anyways, there is water, and I would like to fix a metal bridge just about from here, not touching the rail track, up until here eventually. Now also what I would like to do is first fix up the road down here for a little bit and then connect the bridge up to the road instead of the road to the bridge, or else you're gonna get like a very weird transition between the road and the bridge. It's like a dent from the road. You go down and then immediately up onto the bridge because it has a ramp too. Holy moly. What was that kind of a cut? Anyways, I wanted to say holy moly, flattening out sand from this point of on all the way down here, around the corner here, through the water, or better to say over the water, around the corner here, past this area down here, all the way down here, past this part, takes 11 minutes. Now, before I'm going to show you how I'm going to, well, pave this in speed up version, I just want to tell you after that, once I'm done, I'm actually going to make the side road from this part of on I'm going to go up here and then right down here. I just have to, yeah, I might just do that all the way up to the bridge, and then we're going to bring this guy to the steel beam factory and see how much it is worth it. It is a new day for me, and as you can see right down here at the coastal base, I have made a connection to the road that, well, for me I made yesterday, and this road is gonna go all the way like this, all the way like that, and then down here at the bridge. And this was kind of needed because I noticed once I brought a low trailer of the off-road truck down this part here, that it's kind of getting a little bit stuck and dragging the bottom of it onto the old road, to say. In this case, I am wondering how much will this tanker be worth. And yeah, we're just gonna do this real quick and then continue, because I still have a lot to do. And I don't think for my time today that I'll be able to finish this, and need to do some more tomorrow. Now I will show you some bits and pieces of this road, because down here this is something very exciting, because wow, this is a super tight corner here, and I'm not sure if you could really make this in once without having the trailer go off the road here, but yeah, it works very good. Now finding sand spots out here, I tried, I couldn't find one, so I had to, at some point I had to drive back and forth from the edge of the sand quarry that I could make, which was down here, and from down here I had to pick up sand, drive all the way down, and start from down all the way up to here, and anything else, yeah, I could just easily do. It is most of the time, you know, what I do is just start as far away as possible from the sand quarry or from the sand scalper, and then work your way toward to it, which is way more easier than first start at the sand pit, sand scalper, or sand quarry, all the way to the outside. Now down here it is all fine and nice, and on purpose down at the train track I didn't put the stuff onto the train track, because you know, if you start paving on a train track, the train will have some difficulty passing by, so that's why I have it like this. Anyways, that is all I wanted to show you. Well, it seems like I'm having an issue down here, because I can already tell that this is not going to happen. Yeah, so I will have to go off-road for a bit with this height thing, which should also not be too much of an issue down here. Not with this guy. I mean, if it was a convoy, then, you know, they wouldn't know what else to do. And there we go. One thing would be a bit of a bummer, now I'm thinking of it, is that you cannot really use the mobile base instantly down here. Yeah, I guess it's okay. Like, certain maps are good for grinding, while other maps, you know, are not. There we go. And now we need to get into this crane and hopefully I can grab it. Actually, I should be sitting into this thing. That's way more realistic, right? Alright, let's see. It's like one of those claw machines. Okay. Oh. How much? How many? 6. I mean, it's you know, it's okay. It's not like the world, but it's okay. It's a nice, decent number of. I think a boat is still a lot more. But I have not found any boats. If you do, you know, one of those that I like to grab with the mule, let me know. So in this case, well, there's gonna be a lot of paving. I'm not really sure this yet if I want to pave this whole part out here, because it seems quite okay if I get into a vehicle. Actually, there are 2 things I would like to do. In this case, I would like to go up the hill here. My apologies for the bad view on that, but there are some power lines going up and I actually wonder, you know, would there be something there? The red wall, so there's nothing here. Okay, I was just very curious. So yeah, I wanted to check if this road is okay. It seemed like it's okay. It doesn't have that deep grooves of the tires as before the bridge. That's where you go up. That was basically the reason why I wanted to pave it, because, you know, the truck was getting stuck with the bottom, or better say the trailer. This one seems okay. Now, I did see on the map here is a little bit of sand, right? So I'm gonna hope that I can at least unbolt it there and fix up most of this. If not, well, there's a lot of stuff out there. Alright, so the reason why, what I wanted to do as thing number 2 is follow the road up into the forest and see what ends up with, to make the decision on, you know, am I going to move myself onto the water all the way to the concrete factory, or do we need to go around, or something like that. So I'm just gonna open it up and then show you the overview. I think it would be most handy. Alright, I have uncovered most of the area, and I just want to say you should never go from here to here, because you can see the bridge is broken. This part here is up, while this part here is down. So if you would come from this way down here, you can never go back and you will have to drive all the freaking way around. Anyways, yeah, I don't feel like I want to go through this forest. It's very ups and downs and left and right and go around to get here. I think it's gonna be clear. We're going to just make a road to this part here and then go down here. I don't want to go through the sand pit. Wait, can activate this one. Okay, but how big is it? Oh, not that. Huh? Not that big. Why is that so tiny? Anyways, it is what it is. So yeah. I don't want to go through the sand pit. I just want to go pass by it. And yeah, so we can connect it all the way up with this road and then, you know, go wherever is needed. Is that another thing here? No, I don't see any yellow. There might be some more stuff out here. Anyways, I just want to go real quick to this part, because when I came here I was like, oh, I want to go on the train track, and I kind of discovered there's like a little pathway going there, because one of the objectives here is visit the old Hermit. So I'm like, you know, I'm in the area, so why not? Look at this. Is that a toy? Yeah, you know, honest, I came to this area because I was like, oh, maybe there's like one of these weird creature statues out here. It felt like it. Wait, what was it? Oh, it's there, okay. Oh, it's a Roadtrain truck. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's freaking awesome. Oh man, can you imagine if you could like have like a road train that needs to go from A to B, but it's like an objective type of deal? Oh, what is this more? Oh, that's just garbage. Oh, that is pretty neat. Look at this. Holy moly. Oh man, I'm going to need to make like a thumbnail. Will road trains come to RoadCraft? Question mark. Yeah, I'm not gonna bring it right now. However, I am going to put it onto the map. Now this might mean that there is more, but we will have to see that. You know, the issue with this game is I love it too much, and I would like to do so much more with this game, but I just don't have a lot more time as I want to. I want to make my own custom map and do some fun stuff with it, and then have you guys like play it and let me know what you think and hide Easter eggs and man, make like a paradise for each, something for everyone, you know. The heck is this? That's just a rock, JB. Yeah, but it looks like, oh, look at this, bees. Oh wow, being good for nature, huh? So this is the Hermit, right? The crazy old man. Oh boy, yeah, this is the old man that makes a lot of like stuff and artwork, and but it's like a mess, but brilliant at the same time. Even though his house doesn't look like a house, but maybe he lives in there. There's all kinds of piping and stuff and things going on, and weird fences and stuff. Mysterious. Ooh. So we need to bring the toolbox to here. Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna do that right now. Alright, so in this case, I need to do a lot more. I want to have the circle completed. So the first thing that I would like to do before we actually, well, you know what? We are like this. Perfect. I'm not gonna bring it right now. What I want to do first is, of course, see if I can paint this whole area somewhere around here where it starts to get messy. Go around here, fill in the blank, the hole down here, and then go up all the way here. And then, oh my lord, go all the way down here. I know what I said about the train track, but you know, in this case, I don't care. There's enough sand out here. They don't need sand for 100 years. If they need, then just move this stuff up here. Pave it up here, pave it up here, and pave it up here, and oh my lord, pave it up until this train track part right down here, because there is a part down here that needs to be done, or can be done automatically, and then from there off on it's not going to be too difficult. It's going to go past by here. This seems very reasonable, and then we need to do the bridge, which then means we have gone all the way around. Holy moly, that's gonna at least take me another day. It is a new day for me, day number 3, and I've been doing all the stuff and things in order to make this road. And I started out here from the port, which is basically right out here, and it goes all the way up, filled in the gap here, all the way up to the sand quarry. Then I crossed this watery situation, ended up here. Funny enough, for some reason the texture got copied from the ground onto the fresh asphalt. And then I stopped here, basically because, you know, I want to have an option of getting onto the road from here if need, and or I paved all the way up until right out here, which now we are going to do the road that is to be made by the AI. It's not visible at this moment, but this sand quarry, if I'm in it right now, you can see if I put it on this one that we are perfectly within range, which is very nice. Now meanwhile, I also want to explain that there is actually a roadside base out here, which is actually very pretty nice, because the one only base we have is, well, all the way out here, and then we have one out here. Now of course the distance from this to that isn't that much, but you know, every little bit that we can save up is of course very good. Alright, I have almost reached the end goal, and I do recommend, you know, you can just go around here, and you should actually be taking a dump truck, anything heavy, and just first clear out the trees, so it's a little bit more easier. I just had to go through back and forth, and you know, sometimes just put down a tree. And then now we should be able... Yeah, there we go. This base. And the base is somehow still not connected up. Sure, why not? Maybe there's like a generator missing. That could also be possible. Or maybe there's a utility truck that needs to be brought here. I don't have any icon or anything that indicates a objective, so I'll guess for now it is what it is. Alright, the last part right out here. Whew. Man, that's been a long one. But at least it should all be definitely worth it, and indeed this whole road changes into just one big road, which is very nice. Now I got my other truck here already ready with a lot of these beams, and I have to drive all the way around, which actually took a very long time. So I'm going to see in the future if I can cross from the steel beam factory to the left top of the map, where basically where we're at /ish. Unless I can go by the water treatment plant and then make a bridge. I just have to see yeah, how things look like, of course. Now this road down here, I don't have to do anything for now. Maybe in the future I'm going to just get rid of a couple of these rocks, right? Alright, here we go. This is the one last thing we need to do. There we go. Now we got a beautiful, not too big of a bridge, but it's doing it. I'm only afraid if I demolish this bridge, all of these beam will just fall into the water. Now, I just see this down here though. Could actually open the door like that. Even though, now I'm looking at it, I could have gone around it, which is kind of funny. You know, sometimes you see those pictures, there's like a fence gate, and on both sides it's just open. This pretty much reminds me of it. Yeah, we can go, officially, we can go all the way around, so that's absolutely fantastic. I'm going to leave it with this. I will fill in the gap off camera, and because I need to edit this video, I want to have it up and running for today. Gladly, I don't have to do any piping down here. Now in the next episode we are going to do some more of the objective sides rather than doing the paving, because it's basically /ish complete. I will do some paving, but for an example I would like to start out right out here and do the very dangerous mission out here, which in this case I will have to do like a tiny bit of paving, not too much, not too crazy. And yeah, I'm excited to see if we can bring all of that dangerous stuff safely to, well, where it needs to be. Alright, so crossover, it's a big distance, I have to say. Well, now I can go around here like that. It's not too crazy. I mean, making bridge here